From director Benny Safdie, half of the team of brothers who gave you films like Good Time and Uncut Gems, comes The Smashing Machine, or as I like to think of it in terms of the old drive-in intermission reel I've seen forever, The Smashing Machine. This is a true story of Ultimate Fighter Mark Kerr, who is portrayed by Dwayne The Rock Johnson in this film, and how he rises to the top of his game in the early days of UFC and Ultimate Fighting internationally. This is a story that was completely new to me. I'm not into sports at all, as you can probably tell. I'm not into the Ultimate Fighting thing. I've never heard of Mark Kerr, and this film does its best to make sure people know the name of Mark Kerr and who he was and what he achieved in his day. So I did not know what I would think of this film from the trailer. It looked like it was going to be a good movie. It looked like Dwayne Johnson was going to pretty much get lost in the role with just enough makeup and facial appliances that he looks a little bit different, like somebody else. He is with his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, throughout this time of this film, where his set is Emily Blunt. She is excellent. Ryan Bader plays Mark Coleman, who is the best friend of Mark Kerr in this film. They train together. They're super close, and they go through their ups and downs, and they're also fellow fighters in the UFC. I should say Coleman is sort of like his ringman, his trainer, his consigliere through a lot of this film, but he also is a fighter in his own right, or was. So really liked this film a lot. This is really good. I've not seen a lot of what the Safdies solo or together have done. Uncut Gems, I think, is the only thing of theirs that I've seen. And it really is, it feels very realistic. It is one of those handheld films, but it's not super shaky, and it's not trying to be like found footage garbage. It just sort of puts you there. It's the best use of that technique, which is a technique I normally loathe, but here it worked fine. It never bothered me. If you're finally attuned to that sort of thing like I am, or sensitive to it like I am, it tells the story linearly. It starts really when Kerr is doing these sort of no rules boxing wrestling matches in Brazil in the I want to say this takes place, I'm not going to say when this takes place because I'm probably going to be wrong, but I believe it is, I want to say it's the late 80s up to maybe the early 2000s, but again, I'm probably wrong. The vibe is what that kind of gives across. I think late 80s into the early 90s, really, based on what I remember him listening to on the radio at some point in the film. And it really nails the era very well. It really nails the people. You really feel like you're watching the characters, not the actors, when these are some actors that you've seen in a lot of things before. And it nails the drama, and it nails the character. And I don't mean character as in Popeye. I mean the character of who Mark Kerr was, and just a good person the guy was. I really expected this movie the whole time. There's a level, and the Safdies are very good at this. There is a level of tension that runs throughout this film where the entire time I'm like, any moment now, something very bad is going to happen. And I'm not going to tell you where it goes or what happens, but I will say this film was far more upbeat than I expected it would be. I did not expect to watch this movie with a smile on my face at the end of it, and it really goes a long way in how good Dwayne Johnson is in this film, in getting across how good a guy Mark Kerr apparently was. At the end, it does what I love movies to do when they are based on a true story, is you get a lot of photos of the real people and a lot of photos or footage of what you have just witnessed semi-fictionalized in the film. It's a very realistic portrayal, to my eye, from of course knowing nothing about it, of the world of Ultimate Fighting in that era, what the guys had to put themselves and their loved ones through, the kind of the highs and the lows of being in that position, and what, like, the contradiction of Mark Kerr being such a gentle guy while engaging in the least gentle behavior possible for his job, and how, for the most part, the guys who are doing sometimes irreparable damage to each other in the ring it was not personal. It was just what they had to do to win and to get that prize money and get that title and keep going. So if you are a fan of Ultimate Fighting, I'm sure this is going to be very fascinating. If you're not, I think it will be very fascinating because it's a world I don't really know aside from just fleeting glimpses in the media and flipping quickly past them when I'm looking for a movie or an old TV show to watch on cable. A very, very good film. Clearly, Benny Safdie alone can make a great movie. We've established that now. And this is one of those things that I don't care about award shows and all that so much, but it does feel like Dwayne Johnson's performance in this is award worthy. It's really good. He's just not the hulking guy who smashes things and hurts people in this movie. Though he does smash things and hurt people in this movie, he's also a character, and it's really good. So I don't know how long this is. I'm recording this after it's been in theaters for a week or two. It's probably not going to hang around long as more flashy, sparkly, less intelligent films come out to fill the seats, but it is something absolutely worth watching. This is something that will not really lose a lot if you're watching this at home because it is a very intimate film. It's a lot of close-ups, not egregiously so, but it is very much a film about people, and it's a lot of it's not San Andreas. Let's just put it that way. This is mostly indoors, almost entirely indoors actually, and it's about people and emotions and the kind of stuff that I'm a lot more into now than I would have been when I was a kid. In theaters now, currently streaming forevermore, The Smashing Machine.